Sup nerds, got some great music for you today. We've got a blues rock metal album, a pajama rock opera, and then potentially the most slept on psychedelic blues artist of all time. My name is Zach, welcome to Audibly Dumb, thanks for the hang. The current wave of genre-shifting songs is insanely refreshing. I, for one, am a giant fan of the creativity that goes into intense vibe shifts mid-tune. A band that captures that perfectly is Sleeptoken, and a song that captures that perfectly is actually the first song off their latest album. The song is called Look to Windward. And if you're thinking about hating on Sleeptoken down in the comments, A, I get it, and B, fuck you, guy. They rock and you know it. Let your heart feel it. I first heard this song driving home from a Jack White show. That show fucked, by the way. Moving on, the album wasn't supposed to come out till the next day, but they released it the night before. The hype around this album was insane. People were acting like it was the Epstein Files. Too soon? Nah, screw it. The first 3 minutes was such a slow burn. It was like, okay, we're building, like cinematic intensity. And then potentially their heaviest drop ever happened. The theatrics behind it kind of sounds like a pretty fucked up circus. You can kind of picture it. It's like canopy tent, spotlight, corn dog, flip-flop the clown getting a little too close. That last part was a little personal, but you could picture the vibe perfectly. It's exactly what it sounds like. The theatrical build that I mentioned lasts for a questionable amount of time on the first listen. And then there's nothing but silence. From there, you are launched into a 5-minute long opera featuring rapping, melodic singing, screaming, heavy guitar parts, and some of the nastiest drum fills in popular music. The silence gets absolutely demolished by heavy downtuned guitars, a bass resonating in wail frequencies, and more vibe than Jimi Hendrix's Apartment. It may be an unpopular opinion, it might be my favorite Sleeptoken song, man. I'm serious, it's got everything. Like, I can't pinpoint one vibe, it's got every vibe. It's like a power single. It's just over the course of 8 minutes, anything that you could want to hear, it's there. Unless you're a polka fan, in which case, I'm sorry, they don't include that, but there's always Weird Al Yankovic, you know? Now, I get it, not everybody likes the whole genre-shifting, get everything at once thing, and to those people, you are tasteless, you deserve to be publicly mocked, this is my chance. Wow, what a nerd. I will admit it, Sleeptoken takes some work to get into, and some people think that if it takes a lot of work to get into it, it's not worth listening to. I both respectfully and disrespectfully disagree, you pleb. If it doesn't work at first, just give it a little time. Vibes come and go, you know? Congratulations, Sleeptoken, you're insanely wealthy, one of the biggest bands in the world, you've won many awards, and now your greatest achievement, being featured on this channel. May you continue to wear pajamas on stage and dance like flies are attacking you from every direction. Thank you so much for the music. Cheers. So there's an album that I've been coming back to for the last 15 years straight. I go a couple months without listening to it, I'll jump right back in, and this is Blackstonecherry with their 2006 debut self-titled album, Blackstonecherry. At the time, it was super strange getting this Leonard Skinner Black Sabbath blend. It had the vibe of both, and their debut album, the deluxe version, was 20 songs long. A brand new band releasing 20 songs on their debut album is like a brand new ice cream shop offering 50 brand new flavors and none of them are chocolate or vanilla. How am I supposed to choose? Pistachio, butterball, pecan, peanut butter, swirl? I'm afraid and confused. If I was going to highlight some specific tunes, we've got Rain Wizard, Maybe Someday, Lonely Train, Drive, Crosstown Woman, and Big City Lights. But that being said, treat it like a record. Just go on Spotify, put on the first song, and let the whole thing play, dude. Because back in the day, the whole album had to be good. There was no skip button. Now you young little whippersnappers just want to ride around on your one wheel all willy-nilly like. Slow down. Take a second. Enjoy the whole thing. Why have one slice when you can enjoy the entire extra large pepperoni mushroom double cheese stuffed crust pie? What you're going to find here is a Southern Rock forward album, but it's heavier than that. It's got the weight of metal with the vibe of Southern Rock. There's also glimpses of their commercial sound, which you would start to hear later on more frequently. Some people don't jive with that, but if I'm being honest, I love the band, I love the sound, I'll always listen to their music. Thumbs up from me. Right out the gate, Chris Robertson singing and lead guitar playing. Very, very distinctive, super unique sound. Ben Wells on rhythm guitar. Again, he adds a lot of texture to it, talk box, a lot of wet effects, things like that. John Lawhan on bass didn't do anything too remarkable, but he's still fun to listen to, did a good job holding it down on the bottom. And then we get the drummer. Simply put, John Fred Young is one of the nastiest drummers I've ever seen in my entire life. He is certainly the loudest. Literally every hit of the drum kicks you right in the chest. I could not believe how forward his drum sound was in the mix in a live context. And his performance on this album is no different. The drumming is absolutely insane. He plays the nastiest, most unnecessary drum fills literally all the time and then falls right back into the groove, right back into the beat, exactly when it's supposed to be done. Dude's a ripper, unnecessarily tasty, and that's true on the album and in a live setting. One of the best live drummers I've ever seen, and I've seen a lot. You've had a great career, Blackstonecherry. It's been a pleasure to see. You guys are awesome. And congrats on being featured in this week's band video. I bet you're super happy about it. Robin Trower is not just a person. He's a whole vibe, man. Homie got his career started in 1967 with the band Procol Harum, and then in the early to mid-70s broke off and did his own thing. What happened from there was a full embrace of the whole Strat into Marshall, wah-wah, psychedelic blues rock movement thing. It literally sounds like drugs, and I know Robin says he never partook in anything like that, but I like to picture these guys just being absolute maniacs sitting on a shag rug making the filthiest, nastiest psychedelic blues rock riffs while tripping on bath salts. It's intense, but it's a vibe. I hope you can understand. Joined by drummer Reg Isidore and one of my personal favorites, bassist and vocalist James Dewar, the three of them combined to be what I consider to be one of the greatest power trios of all time. The first album was dope, but wasn't fully appreciated at first. The songs that stand out to me are Twice Removed from Yesterday, the title track, you had Daydream, and then a B.B. King cover, Rock Me Baby. Rock Me Baby in particular, what a track, dude. If you don't like that, what am I even saying? Of course you're gonna like that, because if you don't, you're a tasteless swine. It was the birth of a magical sound that would eventually turn into their second album, probably their most well-known, Bridge of Sighs. Wah, Univibe, Strat, Marshall, distortion, big amps, gigantic sound, and three really skinny white dudes playing like they had a gun to their head. No joke, there are times it sounded like this band was playing like their life depended on it. So much attitude and aggression, I love it. You have the title track, Bridge of Sighs, Two Rolling Stone, The Fool and Me, and Little Bit of Symphony. My God, what an album. Everything just had maximum vibe. It's impossible not to dig it, unless you suck, of course. Little Bit of Symphony in particular. Bridge of Sighs, the song, is what he's most known for, but Little Bit of Symphony was my first song that I heard from Robin Trower. The intensity, just the overall vibe is impossible to ignore. Please go listen to it if you haven't already. With the quick, intense vibrato of Robin Trower, the deep, soulful, powerful voice of James Dewar, and the unshakable groove of Reg Isidore, I personally believe that this is one of the single most underappreciated and greatest psychedelic blues rock trios of all time. The UK produced a lot of them, but I do think that these guys are among the best to ever do it. They are drastically underappreciated. They should all be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, period. I just love talking with you guys every day. Thank you so much for hanging with me. My name is Zach. This has been Audibly Dumb, and as always, if I say something's cool, it's 'cause it fucking is.